Alright then guys, what is up? I'm AsgardsChamp. Welcome to episode 22 of my playthrough of Total War Saga, Thrones of Britannia. Welcome. Now, just before we get into things here, as usual, links down in the description below for my social media, Twitter and Instagram. If you give me a follow there, that would be greatly appreciated. And with all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, quick recap then of what was going on in the last episode towards the end. So we're still at war with Lachlan. Doing alright against them, seem to be taking a lot of their territory. They've got Northymbre here, which is kind of sat right in the middle of my land, which is about to get taken in the next turn. We've got army up in the north here. So this is Guthfrid's army, Thor's Hammer. They were taking these more northern territories away from them as well. They're going to kind of circle around and take these ones as well if possible. Might take them a few turns to do it, but that's their job. We've got as well, I think it was the Fury of Tyr, who just took this walled settlement here. Now, they took a bit of a beating in the process, but they are replenishing fairly quick, so three or so turns, and they should be good to go again. And also with these guys, going to sort of swing their round to take a few of these smaller settlements. We've got an army of Lachlan here as well. They're sailing across towards us, so not sure where they'll land, but we'll be ready either way. Then we've got Swords of Wayland down here, who are defending against this army of Dyflin, who decided to take a couple of my territories here. And I think that just about wraps it up. Actually, we've got the Giant Slayers, I think these guys are, who are replenishing in this settlement here. Now, these guys are kind of poised to do one or two things, either go land in Ireland and do some damage over there, or head north, help out against this army of Dyflin here. We haven't decided yet, but they'll do one or the other. I'm sure the right choice will come to us. Now, we are at the end of the turn as usual here. So before we move on to the next one, just a couple of things to deal with. So we've got low public order, which we're aware of, risk of rebellion. Been aware of that pretty much the entire game since we took Northymbre, and research available as well. Now with this one, I think we were working our way down the leadership tree. Now the next one will decrease corruption by 10% everywhere, so that's good. That should hopefully give us a little bit more money. Not that we are in desperate need of it, but every little bit helps out, I guess. So yeah, we'll take that. We should have that in around 4 turns or so. Another thing I wanted to mention just before we get moving is I was just having a quick look through the settlements here, or provinces should I say, just before I started recording, and I did notice that there are a couple very, very rich provinces. So there's Brega here, which is down in the south of Ireland. Well, not even in the south, actually, kind of in the middle. But yeah, this is owned by Lachlan and Dyflin, so hopefully we'll actually get a chance to take this off them. I think we're actually at war with basically the whole of Ireland at the moment, so when we do move into Ireland, we're going to be taking as much territory as we can, and it looks like it's all quite wealthy as well. It's going to make us some good money. There are a few other places as well. Yeah, the one right next to it here, Ligen, not sure how to pronounce that. This one's over in England. Either way, some good money to be had by taking Ireland before we go for Wessex. Or the Anglo-Saxons, should I say. Anyway, with that, I'll end the turn there. Alright, so some traits gained. Doesn't look like anything bad apart from this top one of Wulfric, Left for Dead, which gives him a drop to his zeal and -2 to his loyalty as well. Let's just have a look at him. Still got 4 loyalty, so that's fine. No concern there really, no other events for this turn, so let's just get to moving the armies around. Now we're going to take Northymbre here with the Death Givers, and we'll occupy it. Now that was a pretty wealthy settlement by the looks of it. That's considerably increased my income to almost 3,000. That's almost doubled it actually, that's quite a lot. So I wonder if, because I've taken the whole province now maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, not a bad thing, so that's good. And up in the north as well, let's keep the Thor's Hammer, moving. All of this is good because it damages Lachlan's economy and helps mine. We may have some sort of initial public order problems as a result of all of this, but hopefully nothing too damaging, I'm hoping. Now, I definitely have enough income to play with now in terms of maybe raising another army. I'm going to have to raise as many as possible to challenge the Anglo-Saxons down in the south when we get to that, but I think Ireland are the next obstacle in my way. But there are quite a few different factions on Ireland, and I'm at war with all of them, so we need to make sure that we are prepared to fight all of them. Anyway, another thing I noticed actually just in between turns there, Dyflin is no longer Dyflin, they are the Irish Vikings, so that's the new name of their faction there. So, just for my own memory, I guess. Now, with the Swords of Wayland, I still think I want to keep them here, where they are. I've got 17 units in this army, and I've got 15 in mine. One more turn and we'll be fully replenished. I've got quite high tier units as well, so I'm not, I'm confident they can win in most fights. Maybe even against a 20 stack, possibly, depending on the troops anyway. So I'm wondering if I should march them down to challenge these guys. The only kind of place they can really go from here is jumping on the water and maybe moving north up this way to maybe take some of these settlements, but I've got quite a few armies around there, so I can't imagine that they'll do that. The only other thing I can think they'll do is sail south to maybe take these back, or try and hit me on my coast further south. Either way, the Giant Slayers are available and ready to kind of defend against either of those. So, I think what I'll do is preempt that, actually, maybe. I would have liked to leave these guys here for a bit more replenishment, however, I'm thinking I might actually sail them north and take some of these settlements back, just seeing as well. I think these guys can be upgraded to give them a bit better armour, which I think I'm going to do for all of them if I can afford it. I think I can. It cost me 1,350, I can. So that gives them level 2 weapons and armour, which helps them out quite a lot, so that's good. I'm not going to upgrade the spearmen just yet. I do have the money to do it, I just don't really ever need to do it at the moment, actually, to be honest. So, let's have a think. Yeah, I think I put these guys up on the water, and we'll move them north, and we'll try and take these settlements back. Maybe we start with this one here, and then move on to Dumfries after that. I want to basically take this army out as soon as possible, so that will help me do that. Now let's just move a bit further north here. We have the Fury of Tyr, who are replenishing. I think another couple of turns and they'll be ready, so let's just leave them there for now. I have a little bit of money now to play with as well, so I'm thinking maybe I should start upgrading some buildings for a bit more money. Tell you what, as usual, I'm just going to take a quick look through my options here. I want to try, I mean, my food's absolutely fine, so I want to really just raise the income as much as I can for now. That's going to help me raise more armies, so I'll do that, and then I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, so the first building that I've built there is a trader in Bebenberg, and then I've also gone for an iron foundry, and that's down in Giram, or Giram, however that is pronounced. So that's my building done. Both of those bring me a bit more income, so within the next few turns, I think it was 5 turns or so, income should rise a little bit more, so that's good. And I think with that, I'll end the turn there. Alright then, so the only thing for this turn here is that we've got some skills available. This is a governor. I think we should probably give him maybe another point into scribe. Makes sense, I think. Get a bit more income. So we'll go with that. And what's left to do then? So it's just looking through my armies here. So Eadred. Alright, now with Eadred we need to make a bit of a decision. I mean, more than likely I am going to be bringing him over this way here to help out against Lachlan on, let's call it the Irish front. He can either defend or go on the attack. Probably go on the attack, actually. He's one of my better generals. So let's, I guess, start moving him down to the south. Now it is winter and there's attrition and all of that stuff, so let's try and get him in a position where he'll suffer the least attrition, which I think is there. Yep, so he doesn't suffer attrition there. He's actually going to gain a little bit of replenishment and get them fully replenished, so that's good. We've got Guthfrid up in the north, who we want to move over here. Take this settlement, which will happen next turn. Looks like he actually lost some troops there as well. Maybe from attrition, not sure. Rig Siege. Okay, so Rig Siege we got in our sort of defensive position here, and the army of the Irish Vikings is kind of moving north towards them. They are pretty much fully replenished. I was thinking maybe I should just give them a couple more units of troops just to be sure. I'm not really worried about it, but I think it's probably just better to be safe. So maybe another couple of units of spearmen will not go amiss. So let's do that. These guys should replenish within 4 turns, so that's perfect. They might not be at full strength by the time we get into this fight, but it's okay. It's not too much of an issue. And Bjorn. So Bjorn, we're going to keep him sat here for another couple of turns. Maybe one more turn actually, and then we'll start moving on more armies of Lachlan. I think in between turns as well I noticed that Lachlan's armies kind of moved up here to the north, which presents me a bit of a problem in that it means all these are slightly undefended. So we're going to see what happens there. Lachlan may sweep in and try and take some of these. If that's the case, we will bring back Thor's hammer to kind of deal with that. But that's something we'll have to just be reactive in that one. And just kind of counteract what they do. And my final army here. Yeah, so we need to kind of decide. I think I'm going to take these settlements back with this army, especially given that this army of the Irish Vikings has started moving north. It makes sense for me to do that. Now it does look like it's going to take a few turns to do any of these things just to get landed. Now, that's a bit of an issue. Bit of an annoying one actually, but let's do it. We're going to have to do it anyway, so that's 3 turns and then we should take this settlement back. Then I think from there we'll move them over to Dumfries and take that one back as well. Well, that's one option actually. The other option is I was thinking possibly raise another army in Carlisle and have them take it and then move on to help out over here. That might not be a bad option. I'm going to save up a little bit more funds first to try and give us a full army in one go. But we'll see. It doesn't need to be a big army, it can be small, so it's not too much of an issue. And I think that's it for all my armies then. Now, actually, you know what, let's have a look at what we can recruit this turn. So, I'm going to try raising a new army here. I'll be back in a few minutes once I've done that. I'll see how many units I can get with the money that I've got. Probably not a full stack, but let's see how many we can get. Alright then, so yeah, I'm going for like kind of expensive troops here. I want to make this quite a good army. The general that I've taken, he gets a discount to sword and axe infantry, and I've also recruited some spears, 1 sword unit and 1 set of skirmishers for him for this turn. That's going to max out my funds that I've got, but that's fine. Get them replenishing, hopefully not take too long. It's showing us 7 turns, but even if they're not fully replenished, there's going to be no garrison here to defend against me, so it's fine. Next turn I'll take probably some more troops, and then maybe the turn after we'll get them moving. So let's see. Now, got low public order over here. Okay, that's fine, to be expected since we've just taken that settlement. Alright then, so I think that is it for this turn. I'll end the turn there, and then hopefully these armies of Lachlan, where are they? Yeah, hopefully these guys don't cause me too much trouble over here, but let's wait and see. Okay, I'm going to end the turn there. Alright then, so we've actually ended up with a rebellion. Now, this must have been a pretty low chance of this happening, but it's happened anyway, so deal with that in a second. We've got some traits gained for everybody, all 3 people. Nothing for me to worry about or be concerned with, I don't think. Let's have a look. So, risk of rebellion in Armoreb, which is exactly where we've had this rebellion. Where are they? Here they are. So, I need to send an army that way to deal with it. Now, I don't have anyone immediately to hand, unfortunately. So they might end up taking that settlement, and it might be one that I have to take back a bit later on. One option I was thinking of, now, actually they're quite far away in order to do that. I was raising an army in Carlisle, wherever that's gone. A bit further south, yeah. No, that's too far for them to go. I was thinking maybe take Dumfries back and then send them north, but that's going to take them absolutely forever to get there. Seems like a silly idea. Alright, well, we'll have to keep our eye on that one. Halfdan, who's a governor, has levelled up. Now, fairly low loyalty there, so I'm going to give him 1 into priest. Now then, I do need to decide. I think it might have to be the Death Givers for now, which is a bit frustrating since I'll just move them away from that region, but let's do it. Let's send them back. Gonna have to, I think. There's no one else really to hand to deal with that one. Also, once they've dealt with these rebels here, I did notice as well there's another army of Lachlan heading in. This is the one that was over here on the last turn. They're going to cause me some problems if I leave them unattended. Now, it's possible that this army of raiders here, Odin's Ravens, and they're not at war with me, even though they've been just sitting here on my land for a while, might be heading off to attack them. If they see them off for me, then that's perfect. Anyway, let's kind of crack on with this turn then. So we've got Thor's Hammer. They've actually raised... Oh no, okay, so Orkney have taken that settlement. That's a bit frustrating. Now that's another kind of issue I've got, is that we need to deal with Orkney at some point. They don't have many settlements, and I do actually have armies around to deal with them. So the Fury of Tyr could potentially take this settlement here, this turn. We've got the Deathgivers heading up to deal with these rebels, who could then move on to these two settlements here. And then we've got Thor's Hammer here, who could deal with these two settlements. Now, the only issue I can foresee with that is that I'll take all these other settlements apart from these two straight away. Now these two, it will take me a few turns to get here, in which time they could potentially raise an army and start taking more of my settlements, which it's not really a problem, but it's just a bit annoying. I'd rather they didn't do that. So I guess my option... Well, that is really... There isn't much else I can do. If I want to go to war with them right now, I have to take the risk that an army gets raised here and takes some of the surrounding settlements. I'd be able to deal with it though, I think. So I think I might actually go for it. Lachlan aren't posing me too much of a threat at the moment, so it might be the smartest thing to do. Let's just sort of cycle through my armies then. So we've already moved the Deathgivers here, they're heading north. Thor's Hammer. Yeah, potentially Thor's Hammer then move in to attack this army here. Got Rick Siege over here, who is now within range of Fenrir's pack of the Irish Vikings. I might wait for them to just attack me though. First of all, it gives me a bit more time to replenish these troops, and also, as well as that, it's a case of, you know, it might be a bit easier to defend the settlement against them. That's fine, I can leave them there. Bjorn in the Fury of Tyr might attack there, and Uhtred of the Sons of Woden. This is the guy we wanted to recruit a few more troops for, which we will do now. I think what we're kind of lacking here is we definitely want some more skirmishes. I'm going to go for the armoured variety, just to help them out a little bit. I think probably one more unit of swords. And how many axes can we get? Get 3. Yeah, so we're lacking cavalry in this force, but it's decent enough for now, I think. We can start taking some cavalry maybe in the subsequent turns, but I think I'm going to go for this. So income's dropped down to about 1400, that's okay. I do need to be careful though, because we're edging towards this this box in the Here King, which would see my upkeep for all of my units go up by 10%, which will probably put me into negative numbers right now, so I need to take that into account as well. Sorry, my Siri going off there. Yeah, so I need to take that into account as well. I think I'm just going to have to take more settlements to maybe negate that, but let's see. Anyway, that's fine for those guys. I will send them off now, actually. There's no immediate threat around them. We'll take this in the next turn. And then we'll kind of sit them there and let them replenish. We have the Giant Slayers here as well, who can move on to land this turn. Next turn they will take that settlement. That might actually end up pulling this army of the Irish Vikings back. Either way, these guys, the Giant Slayers, will get them, or the Swords of Wayland will get them, one or the other. So that's fine. Alright, I think we go to war with Orkney this turn as well. Make short work of them, I would imagine. So let's do that straight away. I'll leave this one to last, actually, because there's a bit of a battle there. Probably end up auto-resolving that one, but let's see. Who have we got? Sorry, we've got Bjorn then, who's going to go take this settlement. Yep, declaring war. That's fine. They don't have any allies. I don't think you are. Okay, let's occupy that one. Okay, that was a bit something I didn't think of, actually, but it's kind of turned out okay in the end. By going to war with them, we've actually pushed ourselves into that next box of the Here King. I totally forgot that that would happen, and my income did actually drop to negative numbers straight away. As soon as I've taken this settlement, however, it has gone back up to positive. The other thing I need to consider though is that we're now actually closer to this next box, which gives us another 10% upkeep penalty. So yeah, I definitely need to keep an eye on that. That's something I didn't think about, and that's actually my mistake and could have cost me, and may actually still cost me. Yeah, so I think we just need to kind of take as many settlements as possible now to get the income up to a point where another 10% upkeep doesn't bankrupt me. Okay, the Death Givers were already moved this turn, so they can't do anything. So yeah, let's take this one as well. Yep, definitely going to auto-resolve this one. No point fighting this one on the map. Fight defensively. No point taking more casualties than needed. I think we just killed Orkney's king there as well. Oops. So we only lost 72 men. We're going to occupy this one. Okay. It's killed someone in battle there. Like I said, I think it was their king. We've taken that settlement now. Income not looking great, but once we've repaired this it should be okay. Can't afford to repair that one, that's not good. That might take a few turns and my income's going to be hurt until we do it, but is what it is. Going to have to just kind of deal with that one, I think. I can't even afford to repair that one, it's only 72. Anyway. Okay, I think we go for their capital in the next turn. And I've just seen this, which is another army of Lachlan sailing round, a 20 stack. Right, well I think Thor's Hammer will have to deal with these guys. I think they'll be able to. They've not thrown anything at me I've not been able to handle as of yet. It's possible though that they're going for this settlement. If they do, I might actually just let them take it, and then take it back off them straight afterwards, when everyone's weak after a battle. But we'll see. Let's just check on other armies. I think everyone has moved now. Apart from Rick Siege, who... yeah, we were leaving him there on purpose in kind of a defensive stance. So that's fine. I will end this turn there, I think. Alright then, so it turns out that the army of Lachlan actually came and attacked Guthfrid pretty much straight away when I hit the next turn button. So I think we're going to fight this one on the battlefield, so I'll see you there. Alright then, so we're defending in this one. Terrain-wise, looking pretty average, to be honest. No big steep hills for me to sit at the top of. Guess that's fine, is what it is. So, I guess in that case then, I think I might set up as far back here as I can. And use the trees to my advantage, although actually there's a bit of a slope here. Although it's still not anything magnificent. No, I think I'll set up back here somewhere, use the trees as cover for some of my troops to form some sort of an ambush. I don't actually have any cavalry in this army, I've just realised. So that's not good, and I think they out-skirmish me as well, but I do kind of have a lot of melee units. So the trick in this battle might be that I have to outmaneuver them, ambush their skirmishers somehow. I don't know how well that's going to go though. So it could be a bit of a tricky one, this one. Let's see how well it goes. Right, I'm going to set the troops up. Again, probably set them up somewhere back here. Not quite sure where yet, I'll decide. And try get an ambush set up as well. Alright, I'll see you guys when I've done all that. Alright then guys, so trying something a little bit different here. So what I've done is put spears and axes down in the middle. I've got a couple of spears on each flank just to protect against their cavalry, mainly protecting the general against cav. I'm pretty bad at doing that though, so hopefully I can actually protect him. And then I've just put unit swords here in the middle. That's just so they can kind of react to whatever the enemy do. So that's the main force there. And what I've also done is I've hidden in the trees here my skirmishers, my long axes, my berserkers and my huskarls. And they're going to try and get a sneaky little ambush in. I think they're far enough away that they won't get spotted. I really hope so, because it'd be quite a nice little ambush. I've turned my skirmishers off fire at will and skirmish mode, just so that I can kind of choose when to do the attack with them. But yeah, I mean, not much else to say other than that, really. So, idea being they're going to come in down here. Once they're all engaged with my front line, I'll bring my archers out to hopefully shoot at their skirmishers, first of all, and then send my melee troops here. They're all pretty strong ones as well, good at charging and so on into the sides or the backs of their men. Let's see how well that goes. They do have cav, so it might go terribly, but let's see. So I'm going to start the battle. As always, when the action begins, I will be back with you. Alright then, and of course, what ends up happening? They all deploy on the water, so that's terrible. They're all probably going to land on the beach over here, so I need to, I think, rearrange the guys a little bit. So I'll do that straight away. I still want to get this ambush in if I can, so I might try kind of move them this way maybe. Let's get them all grouped up first of all. See, that kind of ruins everything, to be honest. They do have one unit on land over there. So what I think I'm going to do is get the troops kind of back here in this position. And these guys, I'll have to kind of move around to their spearmen. Now, their army won't be able to get, their cavalry, sorry, won't be able to get around the side of me here, so I don't really need these spearmen on the rear here, so I'll move them over to this side, I think. Still want to be able to take the advantage of these guys. Now, actually, they've sent some cav. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Let's screen here with these cav. Oh god, everything's going wrong already. Definitely get these cavalry units here moved across. Now, luckily, I have a lot of spearmen here, so not too much of an issue. And have they spotted my men yet? No, but they're about to. That's... Have they? Not yet. They're actually skirmishers, should I say, these guys, so that's not good. I can't really waste time chasing them all off, so I might have to just get these guys kind of moved. That's a bit frustrating. Alright, let's just move them all back. They're going to get shot at, but it's fine. I might have to use these guys and shoot at them, which I didn't want to do just yet, but there you go. Let's do it. Take as many of them out as we can. I actually didn't do bad in that first volley there. If they decide to charge me, which I think they might be doing. Okay, no they're not. God, this is frustrating. Really frustrating. Still actually hidden in the woods. I wonder if they can't actually see us. We're not doing too badly against them. I don't think we'll be in range of these ones though, unfortunately, without moving them.
See, they flee before our might.
Alright, we might have to just kind of rearrange the line a little bit once they get there, but that's fine. These guys are pretty much done for. Let's just leave them where they are now. Bit of a mess, but there you go. They've actually done a bit of damage to that unit, quite a lot of damage actually, by shooting them in the back, which kind of expected them to do that, but what can I do at this stage? Not much. Let's get all these guys now into shield wall. And move all these guys around to get them all into shield wall as well, and kind of prepare ourselves for the main assault. I don't know where they're all going. They're coming really far over. I don't think they're all going to be able to land here. There's not enough beach, but anyway, we'll see. Probably just because I moved my men so far across. Kind of need these guys to just run out of ammo, I think, and then charge me, which they might be doing now actually. If they do, they'll get taken out by my spearmen, so it's fine. Let's just charge them quickly. Stop them in their tracks. Did that work? Yep. Okay, good. Yeah, we'll take these cav cav out, although they're actually getting away from me now. Never mind, that's fine. I think our guys did their job there, so that's fine. Right, I'm going to get everyone repositioned, probably get them head on now, and I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, so I wheeled the troops around just so they're facing the AI here. Now, AI being the AI, bringing the troops in kind of one by one, and they're all coming straight towards me. Bit stupid, but there you go. Now their skirmishers are on me already, so that's fine. I've got all my guys in shield wall, so they should be okay. But they do have some melee troops here as well, who are elite axe infantry. Now these guys aren't actually, these guys are pretty weak, but these ones, the Huskals are elite axe infantry, so I'm going to have to do something about them. Kind of weather the storm, to be honest, is probably the best bet at the moment. Got those cav coming back, the scouts, that's fine. Let them charge me, they won't do much to me at this point. And I've still got my ambushing force over here, which I will make use of when I get the chance. But for right now, let's just kind of weather the storm here. Once these guys are charged in, I'll start flanking on these ones. And yeah, they're bringing units in one by one, so this battle might go on for a while. I will cut bits out where it's uneventful. But for right now, let's just wait and see. Are they just going to charge straight into this battle here? Yeah, they are, so that's fine. What I'll do is I'll pull these guys out and charge them in. Now, frustratingly enough, the skirmishers are kind of going to be completely out of range of mine. The whole point of this little ambush here was that I was going to try and catch their skirmishers off guard, but it's not happened. But there you go, that's what it is. Now, we're going to get shot in the back quite badly here on this one. I'm also going to have to, I think, move some guys to protect the back of them as well, so I'll bring these guys forward. They are tier 1 spear infantry, so I don't think they'll manage to do much against me. More than likely, actually, it's probably the best bet if I just charge into them. Okay, got the charge off. Now, these archers, Eastman Hunters, they're elite bow infantry, tier 2. Luckily, they decided to shoot at my mailed swordsmen, who are armoured and shielded, and in shield wall, so I don't think there's much they can really do to me here, if they keep doing that anyway. Now they brought some more archers up, who are tier 1, and some Huskals again. So yeah, they had 2 units of these Huskals. We've got them kind of surrounded here, so I'm hoping we can kill them off. The rest of their cav haven't showed themselves yet, unless they didn't have any more. It's possible as well. Now we are kind of undefended over here now, actually. Who are these guys? So these are Eastman Hunters again. Let's get these guys out of shield wall and bring them over here just to plug this gap. I'll do the same with these as well, I think. You know what, actually, I think it might be a good idea to maybe pull these guys out too. And maybe just pull them back there. Same with these guys, let's not keep them hidden anymore. The ambush is kind of over and done with. Let's just pull them to the back here. We can decide what to do with them after that. These guys have been surrounded, and so have my units actually, by the look of it over there, so let's actually send these guys in. Let's not let them just get destroyed here. They are taking casualties, so... Once these guys are dealt with, I'll reform this line here as well. But yeah, if they keep sending units at me one by one, I don't think there's much they're going to be able to do to me, really. Let's keep these guys all moving back into line. Popping them into shield wall just in case they decide to get shot at. We are routing these troops as well now, so that's good. So my archers now, what's the thing I should be doing with these, I wonder? So they're bringing up more skirmishes, so I think maybe just skirmish with them really, I guess. Probably the best bet. We'll also move these guys up to kind of support them a little bit. And these guys too, I think we'll move them up. Extend the line a bit here. Keep my elite troops back if they're not needed. There's no point getting them involved. So we'll shoot at the javelin men for now. Are they shielded? They are shielded. Should be okay though. If we focus them down with both those units, I don't think they'll last very long. Okay, let's get these guys charged in. I'm going to take a bit of a battering from their javelins here into the side of these troops, but I think because we're kind of focusing them down with our archers as well, they should be running fairly soon, I would hope. And then we'll move on to their archers after that. Right, finally sent a few more units. They're still got like half their army or more on the water, which is terrible. But there you go. It's kind of ruined this battle a little bit in terms of the AI doing stupid stuff, but never mind. Right, let's just pull these guys back now as well, quickly as we can. No point keeping them out. Get them into shield walls as soon as we can. And let's just skirmish, I guess. Until they bring more melee troops up, there's not much we can do. Which they are doing slowly but surely. I'm just going to hit the fast forward button here. Might as well wait until they bring some more melee troops up before we do anything. Let's shoot at these archers here. Some axe infantry who are coming for my archers, so let's pull them back a little bit and maybe move these guys in place. Yep, thought that might send them in a different direction. That's fine. Let's let them fire at will, and let's just hit play as well. Let's send our Huskars in and our Long Axemen. Get a nice flanking charge on them. I think that'll do quite a lot of damage to them. One of them's fleeing already. That's good. Got another unit coming in now. Eastman fighters. I think they're just basic axemen. That's fine. Let's actually take them off fire at will. Rather they didn't shoot at my own men. Let's meet these guys head on. And let's pull the Huskars and Long Axemen out. I want to get flanking charges with them. That's where they do the most damage. This is a complete shambles, this battle. But there you go. What have they got here now? Spearheadmen. Let's send my Huskars in against them head on, because that'll hurt them. And we'll send the Long Axes in to the backs of these guys here. And they've sent some more skirmishers in as well, so let's actually shoot at them. Focus them down with my skirmishing units. I would like it if my skirmishers would shoot at the right people now. This is something of a bit of a frustration for me actually on this game. When they don't shoot at the right people, it's a bit frustrating. Okay, let's actually just pull these guys back. We don't want them to run off. Long Axemen can come back as well. Okay, our Huskars have actually taken an absolute battering here, which I'm surprised at, because these are tier 1 infantry, but I think they might be getting shot at as well at the same time. That's probably what it is. Okay, let's... Oh yeah, they're using javelin men as well, actually, so that's probably the reason why. Now let's actually pull these guys back out of this engagement. Let's put my spearmen in front of them. I'd like my Jarls Huskars to not die. Nice, covered them. We are still shooting at their javelin men as well, so that's also good. Yeah, let's pull the Jarls Huskars like right back actually. I don't want them getting involved in any more of the battle. We still have the Berserkers and the long axemen as well, so we can use them for our flanking charges and so on. Okay, I'm actually going to hit fast forward again here. Again, they've still got a few more units yet on the water. This is like been 20 minutes already, so I do apologise for the length of time this is taking. This is going to be much of the same thing though, so I'm probably just going to leave it in fast forward for right now. Yeah, let's pull the berserkers and the second unit of long axemen out. Get some flanking going. Yeah, we're just absolutely crushing these units one by one. It's a bit silly, really. There you go. Alright, looks like the rest of the units, barring one, which is archers, are on land now. Alright, then this is basically the last of the men now coming in. So let's get my long axemen and everyone ready for the flank. And their generals involved in this one too. And also some great axes, so there's a few high tier units here now who we need to deal with, so we do need to be a bit smarter about this one. Who have we got here as well? More spearmen. Right, let them charge into me there. Then we'll get these guys moving around for a nice flank. Some of these two units as well, let's get them flanking, and my higher tier units here, let's try and get a charge into the back with them. Let's get everyone charged in now and get them finished off. Now, they do still have a unit of what looks like archers here. I basically don't have any arrows left and no cav to chase them down, so it might be the case of just taking a few casualties with those. I'm actually going to pull these guys back now so I can get my higher tier units in. We'll get the spearmen in around the sides. But yeah, let's send them in. Alright, we've got one unit running already. Just spot on. And another. So, looks like just the general left. Let's just get everyone to doggy pile in on him. Actually, no, there's the archers as well, who are also left. In fact, with those archers, let's start sending these spearmen up, and we'll just chase them off. They're already wavering. General's now dead as well, so they should be running pretty soon, I would imagine. And yeah, let's chase some of these troops off now. So hopefully they don't come back. Hopefully the general's already dead actually, so that's fine. Let's just hit fast forward. Alright, nice one. Bit of a slog. Didn't really enjoy that battle if I'm honest, but it's just one of those necessary evils with Total War. Sometimes the AI bugs out and you have to deal with it. Yeah, we were just throwing kind of a unit one at a time. Easy enough to deal with that. We did still take quite a few casualties though, so there it is. Alright, I will see you guys back on the campaign map. Alright then, nice. So we took out most of their units there, which leaves their army with 4 units. They'll probably get a 5th one when they recruit a new general. But that's fine, I'm going to take the replenishment, so hopefully most of my troops will be replenished by the end of this one. Alright then, so the army of the Irish Vikings, who were on my kind of, well, they were in the north, but they came onto the coast and took a few of my settlements, have now attacked my army here. Now, we had these guys here in defence, so it's perfect. Balance of power is still actually against me, so they must have some pretty high tier units here. But we'll see. But I think I'm going to have to fight this one on the next episode, guys, unfortunately. So if you made it this far, as always, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. Any tips or feedback for me, make sure you leave a comment down below. And if you like this kind of content and you want to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. So with all that, I'll see you guys on the next one.